boast, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pop. I shoot the shot. Coming in. Coming in. Coming in.
Wake 'em up. Wake 'em up. Wake 'em up. Wake 'em up. See, I'm still sleeping, so I had to shake 'em up. I kept it too real. I wasn't fake enough. My real life was a headline. Your real life got a deadline. Too much drive to ride your wave. Ditch my top, then I'm off that line.
I got. Coming in. Black on black on black on black. Black on black on black on black.
Loose. We can't stop.
I got. Coming in.
From the Tiger Woods Center on the Nike World Headquarters campus, it's a celebration of Oregon football. And now, please welcome to the stage your hosts, Jeff Schwartz and Jordan Kent.
Ludacris going in on the verse because I've never been defeated and I won't stop now.
How we all doing tonight? Show of hands, who was at the spring game this past Saturday? 42,000 strong. Well, we want to welcome everybody here. We also have some folks joining us on the live stream as well, so give it up for them in the comfy confines of their living room. We do have some sponsors to thank.
Yes,
as you noticed, Jeff, there's a lot of free stuff here. So we have some sponsors to thank. Let's go ahead and throw them up. But first, let's start. Parr Lumber, Mike Parr.
Where's
Where you at, Mike Parr?
There we go, Mike right there.
Mike Parr in the house, yes.
There we go.
I think on record, one of the biggest Oregon fans ever. And then, of course, this is also possible of our next major sponsor here. We have Regents as well, too. Give it up for Regents. We have some other thank yous, too.
We want to thank Rob Mullins, who's here in attendance, one of our athletic director. President Schill is watching at home. Want to thank him as well for all the support, obviously, for all the athletics here.
Now, we're here celebrating a new era in Oregon football, right?
Yes.
Got to get this program right. It's all about the program. Before we get to that, Jeff, please, just a refresher for these folks. When did you play at Oregon?
Yeah, I was here 04 to 07. I still am upset about that 07 season. Garen knows, man. That 07 season, we were so close. So it was so much fun, right, to be on that kind of cutting edge of, I think, really how our program changed and evolved to where it is now. And I'm on the East Coast now. I love my Ducks, man. I support us from a long way away, and it's just an honor to be here and celebrate this moment.
And I played from 05 to 06. I was a shooting guard that can no longer shoot in basketball, so I figured I'd give football a shot. And, I got to end my career at the Vegas Bowl against BYU. I know, you couldn't bring me along for that 07 season.
No, I couldn't.
I couldn't get a couple more wins
buddy.
with you guys, but as we mentioned, we're here. It's a new era of Oregon football, but we also need to celebrate the past. So I think we have this clip ready. In my opinion, it's the greatest play in Oregon football history. Let's give it a roll.
Sets up, looks, throws toward the corner of the end zone.
No, stop. We know what happens. We've heard Jerry thousands of times. It's not the play I'm talking about. Do we have the correct play up? Can we get that up here first real quick? Okay, so now stop. Take a look at Jeff Schwartz at the top of your screen. Number 75, Dixon, the pitch to Schwartz. Schwartz rumbling, mumbling for 3 yards.
3-yard carry.
I base this on no factual information whatsoever. I think it's still to this day the most yards ever ran for by an Oregon offensive lineman. Jeff Schwartz, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Now,
That's what I tell my kids.
I got to ask you one thing here, Jeff.
Yeah.
Dennis is here as my witness, and Garen is here as my witness to really be a test to this.
Yeah.
Was this a designed play?
No. No, it was not. No, Dennis, it was a read option, right? So he's reading the defensive end on the left, and the guy, he pulled the ball. He probably should have handed it off. He's not here, unfortunately. I can't laugh about that in front of his face. And the defensive end is running at him, and so he took the ball and he ran on the path of like the zone was supposed to be on, right? And so as he ran that path, he's supposed to have a pitch guy because it's a read option. If he keeps the ball, he runs to his left, he pitches it, but he ran to his right instead. And I was running back in the play as I was blocking my defensive end. He just saw me, and I think instinctively, because he's supposed to have a pitch guy on the play, he pitched me the ball. My favorite part, by the way, I'm glad Garen's here because you were right in front of me. I don't know if you remember this. And I've never seen someone look at someone like that ever in my life. Garen was he was 10 yards away from me. I caught the ball. It's like it happened yesterday. It happened in 1 second. You saw it happen. I caught the ball, and I saw his face. He was like, I just took like 3 steps. I got tackled. And then after the game, I'm walking up the tunnel, and someone jumps in my back, and they're like, "You were the third leading rusher today," which I am on the box score. I am. It says like Jay Stewart, 100 yards, D. Dixon, 50 yards, G. Schwartz, 3 yards, and someone jumps in my back. It's like, "You're the third leading rusher today," and it was Phil Knight. He was very excited. I was the third leading rusher against USC in 2007. But we won the game. We got over the kind of that USC hump. I didn't fumble. Very important for a big fella. If I'd fumbled, it would have ruined the whole thing. But one of my favorite memories at Oregon. A lot of fun. Thank you. Yeah.
Coach Kinney, that should not serve as any inspiration for the offense this year, by the way. But while we're here, we do just want to give a huge shout out to Nike. Obviously, the cathedral. There is no greater connection between college athletics and Nike. I know the coaches got a tour. And just a huge thank you to Phil and Penny, as you mentioned. That's a great story where he came up and was on your back.
Yeah.
And huge support of the program. So it's a big round of applause for them as well, too. I do got to put you on the spot.
Yes.
Jeff did complain about one thing, Phil. Jeff did not like the placement of the toilet paper roll in the men's stall, by the way. So if we can get somebody on that, that'd be great.
It's a big guy issue. None of you guys have to deal with that. But yeah, if you want to give me a call, it's not designed right. It's like right in my leg. I don't like it. Just call me. We'll figure it out.
Well, we've got a great evening for you. We're going to hear from several of the coaches here. But before we get to them, I think it's worth reliving one of the greatest spring games in recent memory. How good was it to get back in Autzen Stadium after a couple years out? Beautiful 65-degree sunny day in the Emerald Valley. So let's go ahead and roll the highlights from the spring game, our first look at Dan Lanning and this Oregon football program.
Growth mindset. Ain't nobody on this field trying to say the same. Everybody has another level. Hell yeah. How y'all want to play? I want to play hard. It's an opportunity to get better. Do not let your opportunity pass you by. This is game day. You gotta mean something. Let's get after it.
I think we're welcoming on Coach now. Coach Lanning, come on down. How you doing, man? How's this going so far?
Been great.
How's your tour today?
It was awesome, man. This place is unreal.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it's been about a couple weeks now, a couple months. Going good so far? What do we think?
Yeah, I'm loving it. This is just a unique experience. Obviously, a really special place. Spring ball was really fun. I wish we could have 15 more practices.
Always more.
Yeah, I'd love to have more. But no, it's been great.
Well, let's talk about your family here, who we'll get them up on the screen here. How's their transition going so far? And kind of introduce us to your lovely family here.
Yes, my squad here. That's Caden, Titan, Niles, and my wife Sophia. And it's funny, Niles, like he wears a suit. Like he might be wearing a suit right now at home. He likes dressing in a suit. So that's the one closest to my wife there. But yeah, it's a fun group.
How does one get into suits at that age?
It's peculiar. I came downstairs one day and he's wearing like an Abraham Lincoln hat and a suit. He just likes dressing up. The guy likes looking clean, so you can't blame him.
How do they like the transition into Eugene now?
Yeah, they're loving it. I actually got to drive my boys to school this morning, and they were still talking about the spring game. They had a lot of fun there. They got to play football with Haloti-Nada's kids there on the football field. So I told Haloti, it's like, hey, this is two-hand touch. Your kids are a little bigger than my kids. I need you to tone it down a little bit. But no, it's a lot of fun.
So when all the coaches got here at first, obviously your families are kind of scattered around the country, figure things out. But you guys all stayed together in a house.
Yeah.
It was basically a frat house. How did that go with you guys kind of all living in one spot together, like Animal House?
Someone was obviously generous enough to let us be able to stay there, and it was an awesome experience. We'd come home each night, pull up the TV, and start watching recruiting film. We're drawing plays on the windows. I think we were there for about a week before we realized how awesome the house was. I mean, it was a phenomenal house. But yeah, it was a great environment. We had bunk beds. We had coaches stacked on couches. It was a lot of fun.
Who did the cooking?
No cooking. A lot of Uber Eats and order out, and not a lot of cooking.
I love it. Let's talk about that spring game that just ended. Kind of just general thoughts about the spring game, about spring practice, how things go in your first run of it on the field.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, one thing I think our coaches did a great job of is creating competition. Our players embraced that. We went to work every single day. There wasn't an off day. And I loved it. I love the work that our guys got. I think every one of us can acknowledge there's a lot of room for improvement and opportunities to grow, but it was a good first.
Let's talk about quarterback play. You got three guys. You guys kind of rotated through. How you feeling about those three individuals now?
Yeah, I feel like we got guys we can win with, which is exciting. Every one of them can acknowledge a place that they can get stronger and move themselves in the right direction. But that being said, there was obviously some explosive plays in that offensive performance there in the spring game, which is exciting to see. I think all of our players and all of our quarterbacks have the ability to move the ball down the field. Just got to take care of the ball.
Yes, of course. As we approach kind of this new era of college sports, name, image, and likeness now is a huge part of what happens in that. How's it kind of changed your job dealing with kind of players now being able to go out and make a name for themselves?
I think it's big. I think college football is about to be the haves and the have-nots. There's going to be programs that can sustain and programs that can't, and you want to be in a place that has the support, has the the revenue to support a program like that. 10 years ago, kids were deciding where they want to go to school because of facilities and jerseys, and that's changed a little bit. So we're fortunate to be in a place that cares and is able to support their players and tap into that.
Well, we have a couple of photos for you to look at here, some quick hitting photos just to kind of about you and what you're about. So let's throw those up here real quick. So you wrote your goals down on a whiteboard here, and you wrote be a coach, I believe, at 35 years old. You have made that goal. How did you make that possible?
There. That's actually my mirror. That's when I was a GA at Arizona State. So that's.
It says Coach 35, right? The third to last one.
Yeah. So top. That's funny. So I'm big in goals in my mirror. So the very top is, this is 2013. I want to be the best father on staff, best husband on staff, man of integrity. I wanted to sign 5 recruits. This is where I always tell people you want to be specific. You can't see it, but the next goal is full-time February 2014. And that February, I became full-time recruiting. And I said, I know it sounds great. I want to be a full-time coach. So I said, okay, erase that. Let's put full-time coach, be specific. But the next goal on there is head coach 35. So what's crazy is I got the job here at Oregon. I was 35 years old. So it's wild. Wild to see it come to fruition.
All right, next up here, this photo got cleared to be showed here, so let's
Cleared.
let's go. Oh, here we go. Okay. What's happening on the middle right there, Coach?
Yeah, we're under center here. I can't remember if we were running red Idaho or gold Idaho here. No, look, football obviously has always been a part of our lives. That's my high school football field. Got a couple high school buddies, and I don't know my wife. I don't know if she understood what she was signing up for, but I guess she probably figured it out.
I like that quarterback face you got there. Like that, is that how you call plays?
Yeah, it's an audible.
Yeah, you're audible. Okay.
I'm making a quick check. Quick check there.
I absolutely love it. All right, let's get to it. We got one last picture here as we learn about Coach. Here's a little fishing picture. How's the fishing in Eugene?
So that's the McKenzie. I don't know where Coach Lorg, our special teams coordinator, is quite the fisherman. He taught me how to hold. That fish is really small. It's like 3 or 4 inches, but he taught me to hold it out. So if you hold it closer to the camera, the fish looks bigger. I just got to do a better job hiding my hands until I can catch a big fish. But man, what an awesome setup! Yeah.
You just gave away the secret.
That's the secret. The secret is hold the fish a little bit closer. I'm still learning. I'm gonna try to get back on the McKenzie soon. It's beautiful, awesome area. So yeah, fun.
Well, Coach, thank you. We're looking forward to your stay here and the season, man. George will be here soon. Can't wait.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, now it's time to meet your. We're gonna go to Jordan now to learn about the defense.
Let's do it.
Patty, go to work, bro.
Yeah.
Go to work. Standard, man, standard, how we approach it. Attacking every drill, everything we got.
Get good and loose, stretch like a pro. Mindset, 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 mindset.
Show me something, Steve. Rip it up, straight back, good.
Get there, burst, 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 Dan. There you go. +2.
Eyes in the V of the neck. Press, 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 press. Press in there, steer, steer, steer. Nice job, very good, very good. 2 guys up, let's go.
Speed, reduce, rip. Boom, back on the line. Back on the line, back on the line. Let's go, let's go.
Woo! Shoulder rotation, PTP. Woo! Boom! Whap! And I'm reaching. Say, hit. Come on. Lower. Scoop and score. Nice. Eyes up.
Hit. Box tackle, box tackle. Boom. Pushing and pressing, pushing and pressing.
Burst, burst, burst. Nice job. It's a good look right there. Thank you, Mace. Burst. Right there. Boom. Right there. Burst, burst, burst. That's better.
I want to run in the football. Good effort, Devin. Good effort, Devin. Let's go. Let's go.
Yay, yay. Boom, boom. Bop, bop. Boom. Right there. Good. Boom. No, sir. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Danger, danger, danger. Boom, right there. Pad level down. Eyes at the throat. Violent uppercuts, violent uppercuts. Bring my feet with me.
Run, run. Compete, compete, DJ. He tired too, Gonzo. He's tired too. Where's the 3 technique in Vivo? Move the furniture. Let's go. Everything we do, we finish. Finish. Let's go, D. You good, you good. You good.
Yeah. It's a lot of hard work right there, I'll tell you that much. Please welcome defensive coordinator Tosh Lapoy here with his staff. Tosh, I'll give you a chance here in a second to introduce the rest of the fellas around you, but let's start with this. We're going to go 3 downs. First down, what made you want to get into coaching? I mean, you had a lot of options, but how'd you settle in on coaching?
You know what, you know those coaches that'll tell you they knew from the day they were born or a moment that happened in their childhood, it was their dream the whole time? That's like the complete opposite of my story. I never saw myself coaching. I wanted to play in the National Football League. It was league or bust in every decision I made. And so when that quickly ended after breaking my foot again, I was afforded the opportunity to pursue a master's at the University of Berkeley. So I thought that was a pretty good idea at the time. I had no idea what I was going to do in life. And I started that, and it took about 24 hours, right about 24, maybe 36 hours to realize this was my calling in life. And I got to coach my first drill, be a part of a meeting, and I knew what I wanted to do for my rest of my life.
So now it brings you here to the University of Oregon. You've had a chance now over the last several weeks and months to learn more about this team. What do you make about the players you have on the defensive side of the ball this year?
You know what stands out? Great question. I'd say the resiliency. You know, to see a group that's been through a lot and to absolutely come in with open arms. Really, I feel like a group that's answered everything we've asked of them, and a constant growth mindset towards improvement. So I'd say resiliency. Anytime something would go wrong, or might have been a practice that didn't go really the direction we wanted that day, the next day, an automatic response, within a scrimmage, within a drill, every time we challenged those guys, there was a response. So I really say resiliency stands out of this group.
I'm sure a lot of folks here are very curious what the defensive philosophy is going to be. We have you guys up here in our mock coaches booth, and what is Oregon football defense going to look like underneath your control?
Yeah, I think the goal is we want to be known to be a relentless defense. So regardless of our schematics, the technique, the fundamentals, a lot of important things that we're going to focus on, it's going to be an absolute relentless defense out there. It's going to be a defense that swarms the ball and attacks the ball. And it's going to be a defense that really is truly playing for something bigger than just themselves. So I think if we could put those three things together and create a defensive culture that these coaches have done an incredible job of working towards, I think we're in a step the right direction.
And speaking of these coaches, why don't you introduce some of your staff here and tell us, why they've been such a critical part of your team so far?
Yeah, I think starting off, the Quest was a really awesome and unique experience that I went through with Coach Lanning, and that was, really piecing and hand selecting this staff right here, who I firmly believe is the best staff in America. And going through all the Zoom interviews and kind of countless hours late at night, waking guys up, but to see the hunger and the desire of guys. Hold on one second. What's that, Phil? Right, all right. I can't tell you everything as far as salaries or anything like that, but just the amount of work and desire of these guys wanting to be a part of this was awesome, man. So starting off, truly, you hear the cliche sayings of, I believe I'm sitting right next to the absolute best defensive back coach in the country, and that's Demetrius Martin, straight out of Pasadena. It's been really cool even just to see the development of the players from day one, and he's somebody that I'm always going to ask questions to, of not necessarily challenging, but learning myself, and that's what it's all about, us being in a room and being in an environment where we're coaching each other and teaching each other things, and then challenging our players, Right here, my man, Coach Jake Long, he was actually someone that we were hiring in the National Football League, and we changed those plans when this thing came about with Coach Lanning, and so he was kind of on his way joining myself, and really cool, where we just went a lot further west than he was planning. He was with me for a number of years, I think 9 years total at Alabama. My 5-year experience at Alabama, he was there every day with me, and he was a guy, throughout the whole time of coaching linebackers, coaching the front, then having a really unique situation and becoming the defensive coordinator there. He was a major part of staying late nights and working through the defense with me. So really excited to have him. His mama, Mary Elaine, was just out here, and she's a firecracker herself. You see where he gets all his passion from. My man, Tony Tuioti, straight out of Samoa. So Tony, for us, it was an easier hire. One, his philosophy, football, family, and faith, something that really stood out. He was elite with his interviews, and then we knew between his beautiful wife, his beautiful wife and 7 children, we knew there's probably a good chance we're getting at least 3 scholarship athletes out of this family. So thank you, Kealo, for that, and Tony. And then my man Joe Lorig, coming straight out of the PNW. Here with his beautiful wife, Becky. Awesome to have him aboard. He's got a great reputation. I actually, in the NFL, I had 3 different stops, and out of those 3, there was 2 people where we had a relationship that already spoke really highly of him as a ball coach and somebody that connects with young men. So kind of knew his name already, and then his past with Dan obviously put this whole thing together. So, and then my man, where's Coach Pallage at? Nice.
Recruiting.
Okay, so he's probably signing somebody right now as usual. But Coach Matt Pallage, be the final piece of the staff, working with our secondary and our safeties, and again, just a young beast, man, a hard worker. He was somebody that visited me when I was working at Cleveland, and he was the guy that shows up and couldn't get it. I had no idea he was even there at the building. In the NFL, you got to go through a full, it's like getting to the Nike campus, like a full security interview. We almost didn't get in here today. We had vaccination cards and bank accounts, all kinds of stuff. So all of a sudden, he's just like shows up in a staff meeting. I'm like, that's impossible. You know, we have a whole security. He got through. And he was a guy like, yeah, I'm just visiting for a day, so you think he's coming at practice. He was there for 3 days. He wanted to sleep over. And that's the kind of grind and group that we got here together. So really fortunate of him and his beautiful wife, Karina, to be aboard as well.
Well, love it. We ended up going 4 downs, but you got off the field. Give it up one more time for our defensive coaching staff. All right, we're going to get a sneak peek at the Oregon offense. We'll have that coaching staff coming on the stage next. Take a look.
All right, here we go. Hey, let's have a great day. Cues, here we go. All about whip here. Whip, front shoulder.
It's on us to bring the energy. You guys got me? Get the call. Let's talk. Let's talk. Bounce around. Let's bounce around. Sit it down. Sit it down. Let's go. There it is. Come on. Come on. I got it.
Flip the hips. Flip the hips. Don't be lazy with it, baby. Good, 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 good. Nice, nice, good. That's good, that's good. I'm not interested in going fast. I just want to get it right? Let's get it right first. How do I go? Oh, you're lucky I had knee surgery.
Take a shot. Get it, Troy. Yeah! I told you. I'm gonna jump pressure now. Hit it. Oh, keep coming, keep coming. Come on, put it there. It is. Come on, get out of here.
You're reading me on this side. I bail out. Where's the ball going? Now. Quicker still. I fight over everything. Back here. Good. Collision catch. Run through and stay on that path. If he starts going outside, keep driving on that.
You better go in there like your life depends on it. Let's go. Get inside out. Finish. Go, go, go.
Good, good, good. Get you right. Good, 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 good. Flip your hips. Let's go. Flip them, flip them, flip them, flip them. Good. 3rd and 6. 3rd down. I'm good. 1-on-1. Go get it. That's it. There it is. Go make a play, Byron. Good. Only thing we got to make sure we do, own the football.
Right, have fun. I know it's chaotic, but at least have fun.
All right, break down.
4 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
4. Here we go.
Well, let's welcome in the man who runs that offense, Coach Kenny Dillingham. Coach, explosive pass play. First play spring game. Hell yeah. Woo! Yes, we needed that. I loved it. Let's talk about your philosophy and what you want. We saw in the spring game, right? Explosive passes, running to the edges, big explosive plays. What's your offensive philosophy?
I mean, for us, we're an offense built for playmakers. You know, we're a pro-style offense that wants to play fast. And that means we just want to present that we can play fast every snap. That doesn't mean we're going to snap it a billion times. It means we want to present that we can do that. So playing with a variety of tempos and getting our athletes in space. At the end of the day, football is about one-on-ones, and football is about getting your guys in the most opportune positions to be successful. So we're going to take the best players we have, we're going to put them on the field where they can create the most space in the best matchup, and we're going to let our players be players.
What does pro-style mean? We hear that a lot. Pro-style, college style. To you, what is pro-style offense?
I think pro-style to me means we're just going to use multiple formations, and it's going to be a matchup game. You know, a lot of that, when people think spread, you think you play so fast that the matchups in the game become irrelevant, right? So when you think spread offense, you have a right and a left wide receiver, right? They don't switch sides a lot, right? When you think of pro-style offense, you think of one that, how can we use these players and put these players in different areas of the field? How can we get into different formations to create numbers, leverage, and grass that can create an advantage for us offensively? So I would say that would be the difference between the two.
Let's talk about your 3 quarterbacks. We had Nix and Ty Thompson and Butterfield. How'd they progress throughout the spring?
I think they all got better. I think they all have, I know Coach Lanning alluded to it, but they all have an individual improvement plan this summer to continue to improve. But I think the one thing you saw from all of them is they all care, and they're all excited to be Ducks. And I think that's something that in today's day and age in college football, you got to be excited to have a room of people that are excited to be here, that are excited to grow, and excited to get better every single day.
People, yes! People were very excited to see some under center action during spring practice. How's that going to be kind of incorporated into the offense?
Yeah, I think there's an advantage to it. I mean, schematically, it's good to go under center every once in a while, and that's something that is going to be used in the offense. I mean, whether that's a certain percentage, I couldn't tell you, but it is going to be something you're going to see on Saturdays.
I know a question that you've been asked. 3rd and 1. Are we running the ball up the middle?
I mean, we're going to do whatever is necessary to get a 3rd and 1, right? That's the goal.
Is that a no?
That's a maybe. Right.
AK wants up. He's like, run the ball up the middle. I don't care. Run it. Let's smash up the middle.
If you're there, we'll run it up the middle.
Well,
How's
yeah,
that sound?
for sure.
Yeah. We may hand you the ball at fullback if you're there.
I'm long past those days. I'll take it.
We'll toss it to you. Is that better?
Let's hear a long play call. Do you have one on top of your head, like something that not the short and condensed version for like the players? Like what's a long play call? You got one?
Pro right over, A short, A fast, red A, slot special.
I love that play. I like it.
That was the first play of the scrimmage. So do y'all like that play?
That was
the first play of the scrimmage.
Fantastic play. I love it. Let's introduce your staff coach. Who do we got here?
So I'm going to start back here. This is Carlos Lachlan. So Carlos Lachlan. Carlos Lachlan is one of the best running back coaches in the country. He's had 5 guys in the NFL. I mean, he's just phenomenal, and he's even a better person. So I am absolutely blessed to have Carlos on our staff. This is Coach Junior Adams, our wide receiver coach, passing game coordinator. Right. So I don't know if y'all watched the Super Bowl, but he actually coached that guy named Cooper Kupp, if y'all ever know him. Right. And when you talk about getting guys on staff, this is a guy who has coordinating experience, a guy who's developed guys at the highest level. I mean, any player on our team, any prospect, I mean, is blessed to be coached by him. So we're lucky to have him here in Duck Nation. This is Coach Adrian Clem. He's our offensive line coach, assistant head coach. So he actually came from the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? He actually has more active NFL O-linemen than any college coach currently in college football. The best part about that is he hasn't coached college football. He's been in the NFL the last 3 to 4 years. So that says a lot about his development of talent. And I mean, we were blessed. We've known each other for a few years now, going back about 5, 6 years, and we always said we wanted to work together. We're both West Coast people through and through, so when this job opened up, me and Coach Lanning talked, and it was like a match made in heaven to steal a guy from the NFL and the Pittsburgh Steelers to come be a Duck. So fired up to have him. And at the end here is Coach Drew Maringer, our tight ends coach. So Coach Maringer was actually the youngest offensive coordinator in the country at a time. You know, and that's something that's remarkable. I believe he was 26, 27 years old when he became the offensive coordinator at the Power 5 level. And it just shows the versatility the staff has, that we've been blessed, that you guys and your support have helped us build this staff that we have right here, which I believe is the best staff I've ever been on offensively and one of the best staffs in the country.
Let's give it up for the offensive staff. Lots of points. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough.
Please welcome to the stage Chase Coda and his dad, Chad Coda.
Going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Won't stop now. Won't stop now. Win, 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 win. Serve everything else. Win, 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 win. Please stop saying.
How happy were you to see Chase Coda in an Oregon Duck uniform this Saturday? Yes. Yeah. It is always wonderful to see a former Duck have his son come to Oregon. Cough, cough, Alex Molden anyway. Totally kidding, Alex. Totally kidding, Alex. He's got 19 more kids that could possibly come to Oregon. He's got a lot more coming up. But let's start with this. I'm calling the spring game. And as we all know, we take the spring game with a little bit of grain of salt. You can't sack the quarterback. There's some things that don't translate. But we're watching Chase out there just make these tough catches across the middle that spring game or not, that translates to the regular season. So where did he get his hands from? You're a defensive back.
I'm a DB, so I have no clue. Maybe it must come from mom, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm curious, what's the conversation like when you settle in on a position for him? Because I'm sure you have some input as he's a youngster and playing football, but how did you guys settle in on wide receiver?
Chase was Pop Warner growing up when he was younger. It was always receiver. He always had that long, tall, little bit leaner build, and since he was young, he always had the hands. So he could always catch everything,
So Chase, you go to UCLA for a little undergrad work, as we like to say.
Yep.
What went into the decision to come back to Oregon? What made you really want to come back to the literally greener pastures?
Yeah. So after my last season, I graduated, and I knew I wanted to change the scenery. And so when I went in the portal, Oregon was one of the very first schools to hit me up, and so that was exciting. And going through that process, when it came down to it, there was a bunch of good options, but it was like, shoot, I get the opportunity to go home. It's a really good new coaching staff, and I get to be a part of a really good team, and I'm just excited about it. I love it, and I get to be real close. I got to go home for Easter and everything, so it's been nice.
When you get a chance to play for Oregon this season, what do you think is the number one thing you can bring to this team? Obviously, a lot of talent, a lot of depth at that receiver position, but what do you think is the most important aspect you can bring to that room?
Yeah, I would say just being an older guy and being able to come in and hopefully show the younger guys, if they have any questions, show them the way a little bit. And I think that I bring just a big body that can go and run a lot of routes now, because I've played, 4 years now of college, and so just getting a bunch of reps under my belt, I think I can run pretty much anything from any position and hopefully get open for our quarterbacks and convert on third down and all that.
Chad, what's it like for you? Began with your nephew, Brady Breeze, in Oregon uniform. We all remember just that remarkable Rose Bowl performance.
Yeah, Brady.
And now seeing your son in an Oregon uniform, just what is that like for you?
The first time I got to see him, because I hadn't gone to any practices, was coming into the stadium on Saturday and seeing him in that Duck uniform. I did get some goosebumps coming through there, and not that UCLA was a great experience and everything, part of his story and everything else, but yeah, we're just really looking forward to it and happy to have him here at home and playing for the Ducks and Coach Lanning.
Chase, this is kind of a circle of trust here, right?
Yeah.
Nothing that's being said here is leaving this room. What was it like playing for Chip at UCLA?
It was really good. I love Coach. But
you're a good kid.
But yeah, no, I'm just excited. Like I said, I wanted to change the scenery. It was really good playing for him. I grew up loving him and his team, so it was definitely really exciting when I came in that first day of practice, getting to be with the man. But yeah, I'm excited for the new chapter now, for sure.
So if we could, let's say we take Chase today versus, you look like you're still in your prime, but let's rewind the clock a little bit to when you were playing for the Ducks.
Yeah.
It's 3rd and 7. We got to get a first down. Coda, lining up against Coda.
Yeah.
Who's getting the stop?
I don't know. I'm not a cover guy though. First of all, I'm not going to be up pressing any receivers up at the line. So I would he would catch it, and I'm going to try to take it out and knock the ball out of his hands with a big hit. Is how I would handle that third down.
Yeah, hold on.
And I guess my last question for you, Chad, what do you make of today's players? Because obviously you're an Oregon great, and you see the way that the game has evolved nowadays. What do you make about just the athletes we're seeing on the field nowadays?
Oh, not that we didn't have athletes when we played. You're younger than me too, but I played with Alex Molden, one of the best athletes ever. But but even with Chase and his teammates here, every one of them 6'4". So it's just the size and just the speed and the strength of the game. I think it's just gone up each year. Same thing as always, yeah.
And Chase, I guess, did you get a chance to watch any game film of your dad when he was growing up? I know the jerseys were just a little bit baggier and they would have neck rolls sometimes, but did you ever get a chance to watch any footage?
Yeah, no, he was looking dope. He had the crop top going and everything, so it was cool.
That's how we used to do it, yeah. Sure.
I love it. Well, hey, give it up for the Codas, a legacy here at the University of Oregon. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Thank you. Now we're going to get a chance to hear from more of the current Oregon players.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. All I do is win, win.
And now, tonight's starting lineup. Sophomore wide receiver from Baltimore, Maryland, number 2, Dante Thornton.
Going in on the verse, 'cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now.
A senior offensive lineman from West Lynn, Oregon, number 78, Alex Forsythe. A sophomore offensive lineman from Draper, Utah, number 58, Jackson Powers Johnson. At senior outside linebacker from Sacramento, California, number 2, DJ Johnson. And a sophomore defensive back from the Colony, Texas, number 0, Christian Gonzalez.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough.
And once again, Jeff Schwartz.
Yeah, I think we get a little bit closer. We don't have to stand so far apart. We're all in the locker room together. All right, we're all together here. I love this. The smoke's clearing out. Fantastic. I think we got chairs. There we go. I'll let you young guys sit. You know, I don't want to worry about your backs or anything.
Appreciate you guys.
There we go. We got some nice chairs. Okay. All right, guys, how we doing tonight? Thanks for being here.
Pretty good.
Fantastic. I guess, we just finished, spring practice, got, first 15 practice in, spring game as well. How do you think it went, guys? Alex, you go first. You're the oldest one here, right?
I know, by a long shot. No, there was it was great atmosphere, having 42,000 there and a beautiful day in Eugene. Out of the 10 spring games I've played in since I've been in Oregon, I think that one was my favorite. So it was, it was exciting, encouraging, the new era of Oregon football and, starting off right. So it was a good time.
DJ, a couple sacks, huh, buddy?
Yeah, it was
You're
fun.
feeling good about yourself, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
I love it.
I'm more concerned with how the team did, especially on the defensive side. I feel like we improved a lot. This new coaching staff made us really excited. By the end of spring ball, I think we were super peaked, we were juiced about it.
Yeah, Christian, first time in Oregon. How'd it go, buddy?
Yeah, second time in Autzen, but I'm on the good side now.
Yeah, I love it.
It was just a great experience. I love seeing the fans out there. Second spring ball, not 10. But just fun. Football's been fun, and we love you guys. We love Doug fans, baby. So go Ducks.
Well, for me, I felt like we had a great spring game. Like you see, a lot of young people came out and actually showed that they could do what they could do on the field. So it was great to be out there playing again.
So you've been now for, as you mentioned, 10 spring games. How was the kind of the vibe different this year with the new coach staff? We know obviously things kind of change and you do things differently, but it felt like you guys really enjoyed being with Coach Lanning so far.
Yeah, it was really fun, and I think just this whole spring, just a lot of different nuances to offense and defense. So we're all kind of trying to figure it out. But I just think with that, it was kind of exciting because we felt like whether you're young or old, you were kind of on the same level of knowledge of the offense and defense. So it was fun because we really got to learn together. So it was me and freshman guys, we were at the same level of, hey, we need help on this. So I thought that was pretty fun because then you kind of all learn together and you're all going through the same challenges. So I think that really brings us closer together, especially in the offensive line room.
DJ, you mentioned kind of the defense and kind of meshing everything together. What's most exciting about this defense for you?
I think the most exciting part is that the defense is built around the players versus coach coming in and just, here's the scheme, just learn it. They take the time to evaluate each player, give us all our improvement plans, and let us know what we need to get better at, and we actually work to get better, and they make sure we're getting better.
Christian, same thing to you. How do you feel about, you went from Colorado now, obviously now at Oregon, you're in kind of obviously a defensive-minded head coach. What do you like about the defense so far?
Yeah, I love it. It's like DJ was saying, it's built for the players, and it's like everybody shines. It's not one person defense. It's everybody.
That's awesome. Jackson, new offensive line coach, young kid. How's it going so far?
Oh, no. I love Coach Clem, and I love both offensive and defensive coaches. They've been awesome. This whole new coaching staff has been a breath of fresh air, and football's fun again, and it's exciting, and just really excited for the upcoming season to grow and get better as a team and better as young men as well.
How exciting is it to throw the ball down the field now?
I feel great. I feel like our offense is very, very explosive. And I feel like it feels very good to have a fresh start. But we had an old coach staff last year to come in with a new one. You get to take a deep breath and get a fresh start and start all over again like you're a freshman again. So it felt great.
What's your favorite part about the passing game?
We were explosive.
Explosive plays? All right, sir. I'm telling you, man. I watch a lot of Oregon football, and I tweet my way through it some weekends if you guys follow me. And man, it was so nice to see explosive play on the first one. So Alex, you've been here again. You're the old fellow here. What's your favorite memory so far of kind of Austin Stadium? You haven't lost a lot of games here.
No, I haven't. So I think favorite memory in Austin. I'm thinking back to 2018, my redshirt freshman year. We played UW. And it went to overtime or double overtime, I can't remember, but I remember CJ just running through the middle and ending. He called game right there. It was crazy.
Oh, it was the best.
Now, chills thinking about it.
DJ, you're back at defensive end. How's that transition going for you?
I mean, that's my home, so it's been real good. It's been real good to go back on defense. Yeah.
I love it, man. Yeah. Christian, now, so you have to make your first Autzen memory. What do you want that memory to be? The first game, I believe, is what, Eastern Washington at home, BYU's next. What's your first memory hoping to be?
A win, a big win.
I love it.
Yeah, team win, yeah.
Jackson, you got a burger named after you. We were talking about this today in Eugene. It feels a very offensive line thing to be. Explain your burger to us.
Okay, so what we got, it's Elkhorn Brewery, so go get it. It's really good. So what we got is we got 2 Angus beef patties. We got a nice little scoop of mac and cheese on there, a little bit of pulled pork, house-made barbecue sauce. And then on the side you got fries, and then their homemade root beer too. So nice big burger. You can get into it. It's really good.
Can anyone make a burger better than that?
No.
That's the peak.
That's the peak burger. That's the absolute best one you have.
Elite.
So I'm trying to find, to get you guys to talk about something we might not get to on the radio or any of one of these shows. I was thinking about, favorite trash talk moment. You guys have a favorite moment where you guys or someone else, just the corniest thing. One time, just the corniest comment an opponent made to you guys. What do you got? Anything?
Let's hear it. So 2 years ago, when I was at tight end, we were playing Wazoo at Wazoo, and I was blocking the corner, and he's like, "You ain't did nothing all game." And I just looked at him, I was like, "All right, bet." And the next play, I scored. I scored the next play on him.
I love it. Okay, good. Anyone else? Dante's ready. No, nothing? You just can't repeat it?
Nah.
You can't repeat it? You can't repeat it? Can't repeat it? Alex, you're an offensive lineman. You have to have some trench story.
See, I don't do the trash talking, but I remember my teammate last year, George Moore. He was he would kind of do it for me, so I could kind of live vicariously through him. Okay, he's gonna do it for me, and I had to pull him back. I remember one time we threw a pick, and he ran down and started talking to the D lineman. I don't know what he was saying, but I'm like, dude, we just threw a pick. You can't talk trash. We just had a bad play.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because there's sometimes you have saboteurs on your own team. If he talks to the guy you're playing, that fires that guy up, right? You can't cross-pollinate that. You can only talk to the guy you're playing.
Yeah, 100%. It was the D tackle who was lying over me. I was like, dude, relax. Just let him play the game.
Thorne's over there shaking his head. He wants to say something. I just don't know if he's just he just can't say it. He just can't say it. We're all together. No? Nope. Just gonna keep quiet? Jackson, you got anything? You're young though still.
Same thing. I play next to George. I play next to him. And I didn't really say anything because I was kind of just like nervous the first time really playing. But then like I think it was the Oregon State game, I started getting a bit too confident.
Bit too confident.
Saying a little couple things, can't really say it here. But.
It's offensive line's tough to be too confident, man. That's a hard position. Yeah. So what are you guys looking forward to most? Week 1, you have Georgia, obviously going across country for that game. Yes, give it up. I'm excited. Yes, Week 1, Georgia. What are you guys most looking forward to in that game?
Just playing the reigning national champions. Obviously Coach Lanning came from there, so it's going to be a big game for everybody in this program. It's just a huge game. I can't emphasize that enough. I'm excited for it.
For me, it'd be playing a live game with my brothers. I can't wait. I'm excited for that, man. So
the excitement of that Week 1, it's so unique because you train all season for that game, right? Like it's all you think about. It's all you do, and then like it's how you get through training camp, right? You cross off the days in your calendar. Well, you guys don't have 2 days. You don't have to worry about that. But you cross off days in your calendar, and you finally get to that game. Thorne, you got anything like you pumped for that? Like what are you thinking? The offense just letting it go, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna show everybody that we can do what we're gonna do out there. That's all. I'm just can't wait to play. That's all it is.
I can't wait for you there, man. Oh, be here soon enough, guys. Let's give it up for our players. Thank you, guys. All right.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
How are you? What's your name?
Ruby.
We have some visitors here from Dornbecker. It's in Portland. It's one of the #1 children's hospitals in the nation. I'm so glad that they got to come out here and watch us in action. Right now, it's our chance to get back a little bit.
Matt?
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Hey,
We have here police officers, firefighters, first responders, right? A lot of people that make a big impact on our community, right? We want to take the time to first off let them know how much we appreciate what they do.
We're center. Let's do it. Ready, 1, 2, 3, smile. Cool. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for everything you do.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. All I do is win, 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 win.
That's an awesome video because we had this conversation the other day. I can't remember what coach said it, but they said Eugene is a special place because if you go west of Texas, you won't find another community like this that supports their college football team. And I think we all know it and we love it. And you got a chance to experience that Saturday, especially with the spring game. But you look at that and you guys taking the time and the effort to connect with the kids because that's really what makes Eugene a special place is how intertwined the community and the university is. Why is that so important for you guys?
Man, it's everything to us. I mean, we've kind of had the motto of Ducks do more, and we're not the program that feels like you have to have a camera out every time you get to do something good. That bothers me when I see that. But it was fun reflecting back on that. Seeing kids sports, Dornbecker, Lane County food, that some of the stuff that we've been able to do this spring. It's been fun for us, and our players embrace it. They know that they're so blessed to be here, but to have the opportunity to give back is what it's really all about.
Coach, what do you need from this group here to help you help this program get to where we want to be?
I mean, this is what we need. This support, the fact that you're here, it means you care, but we need to bring friends on board. The landscape of college football is forever changing. Our players need support. There's a lot of pressure out there to run, fight or flight. We're fighters. Oregon's fighters. And you guys have brought that here. But continue to support our programs, not just football, but everything associated with Oregon. That's what makes this place so special, the connection. I felt it walking around the room or earlier tonight. It's just a special spot.
Let's give it up one more time for head coach Dan Lanning and his staff. They're working their tails off. They came up to Portland. Get on your feet here, please. Please stand up. They took some time to join us. Clap it up one more time. Before we go, though, My man here got a chance to experience it at Autzen Stadium. We have, of course, shout is the thing we do. It originated on campus. So, on the count of 3, let's give a big, loud "Go Ducks." We'll get our cheer squad on here to help us out with shout. 1, 2, 3. Go Ducks!